The DJ and broadcaster Tim Westwood has been accused of sexual misconduct by multiple women who allege he used his position of power within the music industry to exploit and sexually abuse them. The 64-year-old is accused of predatory sexual behavior in a series of incidents that allegedly occurred between 1992 and 2017. 7 women outlined their alleged accounts and experiences with Westwood as a part of an extensive investigation by the BBC and The Guardian. Westwood has denied all the allegations, with his lawyer saying in a statement that any suggestion that he acts or has acted in the way described would be false. I will say the way they wrote it, but you know, my English isn't that good, and that word right there, I don't say it well. So, 2 of the women claimed they were looking for a break in the music industry and urged to meet with Westwood in London to talk about music. They alleged that Westwood drove them to a flat, which if you don't know what a flat is, it's like an apartment, and initiated unwanted sex. Westwood was allegedly 53 at that time, while one of the women was 19. Another woman said she was subjected to unwanted oral sex when she was 17 and Westwood was in his mid-30s. Other allegations include claims that Westwood repeatedly groped the bottoms and breasts of young women while posing for photographs at events where he was DJing. So,
Timmy's been a bad boy. Timmy's been a bad boy for a long time.
I gotta say this, man. And you know, do you want to go? Do you want your? Let's have your take first.
Look, I'm just saying. Again, these things are all continuing to happen. You know, so look, I just think that. See, I can't think of this as if I'm a teenager or I'm in high school, you know what I'm saying? Running around slapping girls on the fanny or something, you know what I'm saying? I can't treat this like that type of story, especially if he was 53. And me personally, I mean, statute of limitations, I mean, I'm not sure like about that, like how long should it be before someone have to come forward? Because you don't know, these victims are afraid as well, you know what I'm saying? Some of them have been abused and threatened, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I'm not sure, because I know women for a fact that's been through that and that's afraid to tell or speak up because of embarrassment, because somebody may say, oh, you shouldn't have wore that, or you know what I'm saying? I just don't think it should be that, because when we hear something like that, we'll say, well, what did you have on? You know what I'm saying? As if a women can't wear what she want to wear without you touching her or groping her. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right. If it's unwanted, it's unwanted. Women walking around, they want to be sexual, they want to be beautiful, they can be that. But it doesn't give you the right to touch her. Unless she wants it.
I agree. The only issue I have with these stories. Now let's put everything that was said in perspective.
Right.
These women were trying to get their break in the music industry.
Right. Some of them.
Now this is what they said these women did.
Not all of them. They said 2 of the women, right?
Even to the point where they agreed to meet with Westwood in an undisclosed location. You know what that points to me? They were groupies.
So you said this group is mad they didn't take off?
Let's stop this narrative like groupies don't exist.
We're not saying that now.
Groupies exist. It's to me. Why would it take you 20 years to say that you got groped? He groped you in 1997. I don't want to hear about that shit, y'all. Like I just don't. You know what I'm saying? This is me, and I know I'm gonna get hate for this. I don't care. If he grabbed your ass at a show in 1997, I do not want to hear about that shit in 2017. I mean 2022. You should have your brother, your dad, or whoever on site
whooping him
right then and there.
I don't know, man.
Or go file charges. But I do not want to hear about somebody grabbing your ass at a concert, a hip hop concert, 25, 30 years ago.
Did you ever call the game 7-Eleven?
I do.
I mean, if that's the case, a lot of us are going to jail because we played 7-Eleven growing up when we were kids. That is a huge allegation.
It's okay. All of this stuff is not cool, right?
Right.
It's not cool to grab no woman ass. It's not cool to grope her, and it's certainly not cool to force somebody to perform oral sex.
Right. It's not cool.
I've always been
if he did that, because these are just allegations.
These are allegations, but this is the problem with this, and this is why I'm taking the stance, because whether this stuff is true or not, it's a stain on his reputation.
Right.
And even when this stuff get found out not to be true, these women serve no time. They're not forced to pay any restitution. They're not fined. They're not anything. They go on about their lives. And from what was being told in this story, it fits the mold of groupies. I mean, it's numerous stories that are out there where these superstars and you know, people of influence tell you. They get off the plane, you might be 30 women waiting for them at the airport or in the hotel lobby or whatever. And we have this misconception that when it's said, it's automatically go. Mm-hmm. I would love to see more when it's my word against your word, because the truth of the matter, even the most horrendous part of this story was him allegedly forcing some girl to have oral sex.
Right.
That's the worst part of it. But the truth be told, at this point in time, because so much time has went by, how is she gonna prove that that's what happened?
Unless she got it recorded or something. I don't know. I know how to resolve all of this stuff, man.
And most of these, and not to take Westwood's side, because like I said, I don't know. I'm just judging by what I read.
Right.
But normally, under normal circumstances, predators of that nature, there are multiple incidents of that occur.
Well, it's 8 women.
But only one alleged
2
rape, per se.
Oh.
The rest was groping, and he grabbed my ass and he touched my titties, you know what I'm saying, during the photo shoot, you know what I'm saying. But I'm talking about, like, as far as somebody forcing.
He must have figured those were the perks of the job.
Themselves on somebody.
You think he figured that? He looked like he looked like that. I mean,
okay. He looks like a perv.
No, he just looked like, hey, those are some of the perks of the job. Oh, you all right, Mike? I don't want anybody to misinterpret what I'm saying here. Like, you know, let's protect our women at all costs, but let's also not jump to conclusions. Right. I get
Let's
that.
make sure what is being said is accurate. And by reading what I read, I didn't get a serial rapist. I got a bunch of women wanting to get put on. And if you have been involved in the music industry, some of them will do anything to get on.
Like they did Bill.
I mean, just think about the Tupac situation, rape situation.
Right. This
girl admitted to giving him oral sex on the dance floor in a club. She admitted this in a court of law.
Damn, yeah, that is terrible. Now that's terrible. That's when you like, damn. I mean,
so let's you know, and I'm not saying that the girl with that particular situation, what I think was she was down to do whatever for Tupac. It was the other people involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I ain't say you and your homeboys. Like, you know, this is for you, not them. You know what I mean? And he kind of dropped the ball with protecting her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he didn't protect her, even though she's a groupie.
Right.
He didn't protect her the way he should have.
Right, from the homies.
Right. And I don't think Tupac raped that girl. I think maybe somebody in his entourage did.
He just didn't protect it because he was like, yo, I'm
and he
gone.
didn't protect her. He may not even have been there, but he left her amongst unsavory type people.
A den of lions. He left her amongst a den of lions.
So let's you know, when it comes to this thing with Westwood, all I'm saying is, you know, let's get some more evidence out here, man,
Right.
because this is just not enough for me.
I do agree
to
with you
throw
on
him
that.
under the bus.
I do agree with you on that, but however, you know, these allegations have to be investigated, and they have to be taken seriously enough so they can be investigated to ensure, you know, there was no wrongdoing.